we develop them adequately, then they would identify what their risks are and think about how to diversify their business. And that is the aim of what Zimele wants to do with our entrepreneurs, and in turn be able to support them so they can support and sustain or create jobs in the economy. So when we say Zimele has supported 50,000 jobs over the last 30 years, it was really around funding. So Zimele funded entrepreneurs to the, we spoke about 2,300 entrepreneurs over the last 30 years, or should we say 3 decades, and in that it was purely around funding. Actually, the mandate for Anglo American Zimele is to reimagine mining, right? Which to improve people's lives. So in that, we're going to reimagine all sorts of opportunities that are economically linked. Because as part of that, what do I mean? Zimele, as much as we want to do development, we want to link it to a potential economic demand pipeline. And that could be anywhere, and that's where the beyond the mining comes in. So it would be obviously a great opportunity to develop entrepreneurs within our mining value chain, and we do that, and we want to continue, and we want to work with our supply chain teams for inclusive procurement to say what that is. But we know what our unemployment rate is. We know that there's more to the economy than mining, and how do we work with all partners to support us in it? What are they currently doing? Currently they're involved in plant hire, there's welding, there's civil works, there's a lot going on. And really, how do we integrate that with our passionate supply chain team in Anglo American Platinum to continue doing the work they do and integrating suppliers. So Zimele's program, a big part of what we do is supplier integration. Working with our inclusive procurement team, I have a very strong supply chain background as well. And really looking at what should be the changes within policies so that we integrate our host communities into supply chain. Because in order to help develop people, you got to know who they are. Anglo American Platinum or Kumba Iron Ore is how do we work with them on that. Why that's so interesting is, yes, definitely Anglo American is a mining company, but Zimele is all about developing suppliers for enterprise development, youth development, and supplier development. Supplier development is linking into the mining industry. And that is not only about Anglo American, but how do we encourage and support these entrepreneurs with tools, modules, partners that go beyond Anglo American business units. Looking at them potentially having the drive to go for regional other mines, bigger strategic buyers within the local environment, or even better strategic partners that are linked into the mining industry. So it's not just about seeing the mine and what the mine has to offer. It's for them to see beyond that and have the tenacity to go beyond that. So that's what the Zimele program is trying to do under supplier development. How do we want to do that? Is, we have such a golden opportunity. When we walk into the boardrooms of our business units and the executive team says, how do we support you? How do we sponsor a day where we get to know the entrepreneurs that are being funded or being developed through Zimele? How do we create a marketplace day where our end users get to know them? If we have that kind of sponsorship from our business units, that gives our entrepreneurs the ability to learn, earn, and develop, and then go beyond that because they have the confidence and the ability to do so. And that's what we're trying to do by is the supplier development program. Enterprise development, a very interesting piece of work. We do a full diagnostics of the environment with our partner being TechnoServe. Yes, so TechnoServe is a lead partner that's working very closely with Zimele, taking all the lessons that we all have based on our diverse backgrounds and local context to say, let's understand the environment. whether it's the local economic environment, whether there's what's happening at the municipality level, what are the jobs available for our youth, and really from there helping us develop a specific program adapted to what the environment has and the relevance. So I'll give you an example. We've done a diagnostics. Sorry, I'll use the example of the Northern Cape. And in there, we're seeing that 50% of the businesses are pre-revenue. What does pre-revenue mean? It means that they've got a registered business, but no turnover, limited employees, and very generic business ideas. So we can't take them through a 9-month fully fledged program. We'd have boot camps that bring in the individuals into that scenario and really talk about ideation and the relevance of what they're supplying and how they need to think about what they're doing and is it the right idea they're going after, so that they can then make decisions on their own on what it is they need to be doing to create further opportunities for their own space. So we want to keep our communities engaged, and we also understand that there is limited growth at a local level, and how do we work with collective partners to do that. Okay, great. So we're excited about our hubs. So firstly, what do we envisage out of our hubs? You've made reference to the fact that our communities are out in remote areas. So we want to create hubs that are sort of an opening of a door towards information, towards business advisors, for computers, for Wi-Fi, for accessibility to information. And that's really the premise on which we start our Zimele conversation for hubs. Multifunctional, and we will be learning along the way on what is the relevance of a hub. We can do better for the next, because we definitely haven't arrived, and it's a journey, and there's a lot to be done and even more to be fixed up in terms of how we develop, learn, grow as Zimele, and how we help develop, learn and grow within our host communities.